Hello, everyone. Welcome to a new meditation program. It's day 34, and today we are going to move on to the Vishuddhi chakra, which is the chakra of the throat chakra. And we are going to particularly talk about the left aspect of our Vishuddhi chakra, which is the quality of facing ourselves without feeling guilty. Yesterday, we spoke about the heart chakra, and we emphasized on the three aspects, the left, the right, and the central aspect of it. And today we are going to go deep into absorbing the divine qualities of our Vishuddhi chakra. So before we start, just a couple of announcements for all of you. If you don't have your foot soak bucket ready yet, please do so real quick because we're starting soon. And if you're here for the first time, welcome to Sahaj Yoga Meditation. We're very happy you joined us. Please let us know about it in the chat. You can send a message to the help desk and we will assign you to a breakout room so you are well assisted. All right, so we've got some very beautiful leads for today. And they are Sylvia, who's joined us before. Hi, Sylvia, how are you doing?
Very well. Kalawati, how are you? It's good to see you.
Good to have you with us. Okay, we're really looking forward to yet another beautiful deep meditation, Sylvia. So would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I was thinking, what would people like to hear? And I was out in the garden the other day and something really nice happened. We moved here to Florida just a few years ago, so we're still getting used to Florida and all the birds and the wildlife and everything. And I had to look it up on Google, but we had a great white egret land in our yard, which was the most impressive bird. I should have gotten a screen share so I could show you. But the head must have come up here as high as my shoulder.
Wow.
And the wingspan is amazing. And I watched her. She was hunting, and they have this really long neck. So I'll make it a short story. But she was wobbling her neck, looking, and I thought, I think she has a really good Vishuddhi.
That's significant for today, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Sylvia, for this humorous story. All right. So let's welcome Kerry. She's the second lead for today. Hi, Kerry. How are you doing?
Hi, very well. Good evening, everyone. I'm really happy to share the evening with you all.
Yeah, same here, Kerry.
It's such a
So,
joy to be together.
yeah, and to meditate together and to grow together. So, Kerry, what would you like to tell us about yourself?
Well, I live out here on the West Coast, so I'm on the other side from Sylvia. And so I'm in the San Francisco Bay Area, and I've been meditating in Saj Yoga for 30 plus years. I have 5 kids, and I work for DuPont in sustainable building products for architects. And what I really love about this meditation is the way we create these little communities of people who are, realized souls, and we all understand each other in a much deeper way. And that's what I really love, and I love to share that. So we've kind of done that here. We have a lot of people who we get to know, and so that's the little Vishuddhi story for me is the communities and the pure relationships between everybody. It's just lovely, and we love to share our time together. So I'm happy to be here tonight.
That's right, Kerry. Beautifully said. All right. So we also have with us Prateek. Hi, Prateek.
Hi.
Welcome to the program.
Hi, everyone.
So Prateek is going to sing for us today. He is a vocalist and he plays the harmonium as well. So Prateek, we heard you before. We had the opportunity to enjoy your voice before. What are you going to offer today?
Yeah, it's been really wonderful meditating with everyone and then growing along. It's been very helpful for me, and I mean, it's just amazing. There are stories that I can like talk for hours together, but just a quick something. Today being the day of left Vishuddhi, and one of the qualities of Vishuddhi is like it's in Sanskrit it's called Shighra, meaning something that that acts very fast. And I was not sure what I'll be singing today because we actually don't have any songs for Left Vishuddhi, but then it so happened that quickly, like just about 2 hours ago, I got some song, and then it's just I'm so that aspect like of quickly doing thing and offering it is just so amazingly manifesting through music, I believe today. So I am looking forward for it, and then we'll trying to like be with everyone, enjoy meditating with everyone.
That's right. Thank you so much, Prateek. We're really looking forward. All right, so I believe we are going to start the foot soak now. So over to you, Sylvia.
Great, great. All right, everyone. So we know how to foot soak now. We've been doing it for several weeks. But every time, I don't know about you, but I really look forward to getting my feet in the water and having those toxins of the day drawn out. So before we start, though, let's settle ourselves down. This is the beginning of our going deeper evening. And let's just close our eyes. And let's take a deep breath. We can bring our hands open on our lap. Let's feel our feet supported by the floor. Our bodies are supported by the chair. Our breathing is happening without our will or control. Let's just bring our attention to the nostrils and feel the breath coming in and out. And as we begin this settling down process, let's bring our two hands together in front of our chest, in front of our center heart. We know that now. And bow our heads. Namaste. I greet my spirit. And I greet my mother Kundalini. So now let's raise our Kundalini with that beautiful desire that I'm going to meet myself in meditation. And let's take our bandhan with our attention on the hand, making the protective rainbow around us. And when you're ready, we will open our eyes, hold the left hand open, and let's gesture the right hand in a bandhan around the foot soak water, giving vibrations and requesting the water to be filled with the divine qualities of the grandfather ocean. And since Vishuddhi is all about, which we'll learn, sensitivity in the hands and the skin, let's see what we feel on our hands and just hold our hands over the foot soak water. We may or we may not, which is both okay, feel a cool breeze coming from the water, no matter what its temperature right now. And then let's put our feet in. And let's again close our eyes, keep our hands open on our lap. And I have to do just a little housekeeping here with my very good. With our eyes closed and our hands open on our lap, let's take a nice, comforting, deep breath and relax the abdomen. And when we breathe out, we're breathing out all the substance of the day, so we can greet the silence of this moment. Let's take a breath and relax our chest and shoulders. And let's take another breath and relax our expression. Relax all the muscles of the neck and the face. Relax the ears, and the eyes, and the forehead. Relax the hairline. And then as your attention climbs just a little higher to this crown chakra at the top of your head, we can ask Mother Kundalini, please relax my scalp, and please relax and soften this fontanelle bone area that was soft in my childhood. Let my attention just percolate up there, where this fountain emerges to connect us with the all-pervading power all around us. Mother Kundalini, please let me feel this cool breeze, your cool breeze, fountaining above my head, cleansing all that it passes by, and then descending as grace down my left and right channels and clearing them out. For this, let's let our hands off of our lap and just down towards the floor, the Mother Earth. And our attention is on that cleansing fountain, which flows upward from our sacrum bone at the base of our spine, washing upwards through all of our energy centers, cleansing and awakening, relaxing, emerging as a subtle, soothing energy out the top of our head. And inviting the grace of the divine energy to flow down through our left and right channels, removing any obstructions, any problems that we've collected, which are now being absorbed by the Mother Earth, who recognizes us. As she also has a Kundalini within herself. Now let's bring our left hand down our lap, open towards the photograph of Shri Mataji, and keep the right hand down. And ask, O Mother Energy, with your positive cleansing flow, please purify my left channel of any problems. Our attention is on the flow. We can open the left hand and then gently close it. And then gently stretch it open again, as much as we would like. And do the same with the right hand. This can help our sensitivity for this flow of vibrations more. And then relax the hands when you're ready. Let's bring the right hand now on the lap. Let both hands rest open. Through this simple attention, these simple gestures, we can better witness how the elements work to help us, to help our Mother Kundalini cleanse us. Let's keep the right hand open to cleanse the right channel. Bend the left elbow so the fingers are pointing to the sky and the left hand's looking behind us, over the left shoulder.
Auntie Sylvia, you got muted. Can you unmute yourself?
Thank you so much. I'm sorry. I didn't know. Okay. So I hope everyone is clearing their left channel. I don't know how long I was muted.
Yeah, just a few minutes. We are good. Yeah.
It was just a few moments?
Yeah.
I see. Thank you. Okay. So let's relax again into this position for just another moment. And we can understand that when our right channel becomes clear, it soothes our attention so that we can be a person who doesn't have to react with too much pressure or emotion inside to changing circumstances. And then let us bring our left hand down. Relax. We know the Mother Kundalini, in tandem with the foot soak water, is doing all the work. And our job is just to enjoy it and assist a little bit here and there as we can. But mostly our attention towards the enjoyment of our foot soak is the biggest help we can give our Mother Kundalini. So now that we've cleared left and right, let's raise central channel a few times with the Om, 3 times, along with the sound of the Om. And then we'll sit once again with our attention at the top of the head for about a moment or two. We'll see how this feels. So we'll take a breath. Our right hand is at the sacrum bone, the base of the spine, and we'll raise our right hand at the same time that we sing the Om, and allow the hand to come all the way up above our head, and our attention follows the hand. So let's enjoy that. Let's take a breath. Oh. The hand returns to the sacrum bone. Breath. Oh. All the way up. And then returning to the sacrum bone. Breath. Oh. Let our hand hover, feeling that gentle fountain, allowing our attention to fill that space between our head and our hand. And everything under that hand just relaxes and melts into the meditation, into the present moment. We can bring the right hand down and keep our attention on that space above our head. If the attention wavers, just repeat the Om within yourself. Now let's gently open our eyes can look at the photograph of Shri Mataji. It's a great way to open your eyes up from meditation. Shri Mataji's photograph has tremendous absorbing power and radiating power of positivity. So it's always a comfortable and safe place to go with our attention. Relax our face. Open our hands gently, a little more. And then we can say, thank you, Mother Kundalini. Bow our heads, bring our hands together at center heart. Thank you for this foot soak. And then let's, at our own pace, rinse our feet off. And we can push our foot soak bucket over to the side. And let's give a bandhan to the foot soak water. Just 7 times is good. Just kind of a containment for whatever's in there to keep it in there. Okay. So we have used most of our time for this foot soak. I hope everyone's enjoyed a lot. I tend to get a little bit lost in the foot soak because it's so helpful. I just want to speak with you a little bit about the left Vishuddhi. So, as we know, we can collect a lot of guilt in the left Vishuddhi. This is where we collect guilt. And guilt is an emotion that actually keeps us from our progress as a person in all of our relationships, both on a regular basis and spiritually within ourselves. Guilt actually robs us of our energy, because when the Kundalini comes up here and we feel guilt, it gets stuck. That guilt sits right here at the left Vishuddhi, so the energy can't rise. And beyond that, it keeps us in the past because it keeps us in the left channel. It's blocked the left channel, which is our past as well as our emotions. So when that happens, that wheel of thinking about the situation just sort of coagulates everything. And the Kundalini cannot rise further here to the Agya and to the top of the head. So, what is the antidote to feeling guilty? The antidote to feeling guilty is facing ourselves. Many, many times we feel guilty about very small things, which in the talk of Shri Mataji, which we'll listen to in just a moment, really just don't matter at all, except that they are part of our conditionings. But yet they can be such a stymieing force. However, when we just take a minute and face them, it's amazing how fast they can evaporate. Because truly, our inner system, our whole being is made to not feel guilty, but to go forward. That's what we've been doing all this time, is evolving from our childhood or maybe previous childhoods. So I just want to give a tiny example, and then we can settle into our Sarasrara again. Hopefully we're there anyway, feeling our intention up here. When my daughter, who's in her 40s now, was getting ready for her first prom, I was traveling and working. And for me, her prom was such a big deal for her. And I felt that, oh, this is a mother's place. I have to be there. And I have to go and help her buy her dress. And I'm not there. And how is she going to get the money? And I avoided talking to her for several days. She was just alone with her dad at home because I just didn't know how to work it out. And I was feeling so guilty. What is a mother being so far away when this is such an important moment in her daughter's life? And I don't know how. I wasn't meditating at that time yet. I don't know how, but I got the courage to just face myself. And I called her and I told her how I was feeling. And she immediately said, Mom, why are you worried about this? All my girlfriends and I are going to go buy our dresses together. We've got this all worked out. It'll be so much fun. In that moment, it's like it shattered 20 years of conditioning that, oh, a mother should go with her daughter to buy that prom dress. Not only was she completely, she had been worrying why I hadn't been contacting her. So she was completely relieved to find out that it wasn't a big deal at all, that she could solve my problem too. But also I could see that she was so contained within herself. She was energized into the situation. She wasn't thinking, oh, it must be like this or it must be like that. She wasn't conditioned. She was looking forward to this new possibility in her life. And so she grasped it. And not only that, but doing it together with her friends. It was so collective and so fun, rather than there being jealousy or competition, like who's going to have the best dress. They did it all together. And when she went to the prom, all these girls lined up, congratulating each other and just having the best time. It was such an amazing lesson to me. And though it happened 20 years ago, still the courage that I mustered up to face my own conditioning and face my daughter, whom I thought would be so disappointed, has stood me in good stead. So I hope that this story is helpful to you. In the talk of Shri Mataji that we're going to listen to now, we hear Shri Mataji also speak about how guilt just robs us of our journey and how empowering it is to face ourselves. And then the next treat is that we'll listen to a very beautiful expression of Vishuddhi when Prateek will sing for us in his beautiful melodious voice. So thank you for spending this time with me. And let's just check our vibrations. Make sure that let's close our eyes so that we're ready to fully absorb the vibrations and the wisdom of Shri Mataji in this talk. Okay, let's keep our attention up there where we felt the energy and enjoy together.
So we have to see for ourselves that what makes us guilty for small things is our own ego reacting against us and wants us to reconcile with what mistakes we have committed. Like some people feel guilty because they have said something they should not have said, or maybe because they have done something which they should not have done normally. May not be on a Surge Yoga basis, maybe something else also, very frivolous. Like somebody spills, say, coffee, they feel guilty. Or somebody puts the knife on the other side, on the left-hand side, then they feel guilty. I mean, such stupid things like that, which are regarded as norms in the society, and people start thinking that these norms are very, very important, as if they are something like a dharma and you must maintain those norms. But these norms are man-made. Most of them are man-made. See, some of them are so stupid and so horrifying that I think in England I feel there are some which must be really completely squashed and finished, like shaking hands. It's a very bad thing, I think, is to do, is to shake hands with everyone. Because God knows what kinds of hands people are having, what kinds of vibrations they have. Now, when my husband has his reception, sometimes I have to shake hands with 700 people coming in and then 700 drunkards going out. So, this shaking of hands, I think, is a very, very bad habit. It's all right for Saj Yogis to shake hands, but for others, to shake anybody's hand is better to do namaste, though it might be some very simple Indian method. But I think the best way is to say namaste, because shaking hands can cause lots of problems to human beings. And now with all these diseases coming up and all that, I think one has to be very careful about shaking hands. Worse than that is in France, I find, is like when you meet someone, you must kiss. You see, the worst habit, I tell you, horrible. But they do kiss you all the time. If you go there, I had very bad shocks to begin with. You see, anybody would just get you, kiss you here, kiss you there, and start looking at the person. Now with the fear of AIDS and all that, perhaps they might stop all that nonsense. But there is no need to do all that. This is not a very good way of wishing anyone. It doesn't show any respect in both the cases. When you shake hands also there is no respect. And even when you kiss somebody there is no respect. But if you say namaste means I bow to you. Namaste. It's I bow to you. It's respect. And this is one thing we have to do, is to respect each other. But when we are not, then we feel guilty. And like that, you see, these all like thank you. If you have not said thank you to somebody, then we think we have done a big mistake. I mean, the amount of thank yous we do, get so much used to it that even if you see a statue, say thank you very much for your darshan. It goes on like that, you see, it's a bit too much. Too much thank you becomes a lip service or sorry. Nowadays, in our times, we used to say, I beg your pardon on the phone, but now people say, sorry, sorry, sorry. I mean, sorry for what? Just can't, that sorry goes into left Vishuddhi. If you don't hear, it's none of your fault. Maybe the fault of the telephone, maybe the fault of another person. So, without understanding what is there to be sorry, just go on saying sorry, 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 feeling sorry for something is absolutely boring. And such a person can become extremely boring. Since morning till evening he is saying, I'm sorry for this, I'm sorry for that, I'm sorry for this, and all the time feeling sorry for everything, you feel sorry for that person. So one has to be in a joyful mood. And doesn't matter if somebody doesn't say sorry, it doesn't matter. But some people can take a very big objection if you don't say thank you to them. It's a very funny thing is that I have experienced in England once. I was going out and John was there, John was driving the car, and my daughter was coming out of the house, so he left the door open and he just, as soon as she sat down, hardly took about 5-6 seconds. He closed the door and went round. But he didn't say thank you to the fellow who was standing behind. You see, they are supposed to be all very rich, cultured, educated people. So this fellow got out of his car and got hold of his belt. And he wouldn't allow the car to move. When the car was moving, I couldn't understand what was happening. So I asked Johnny, stop the car, stop the car. I said, what's the matter? She didn't say thank you to me. This fellow would have been killed or something would have happened to him. It doesn't matter. He should say thank you. These are the funny norms that we have, so many of them. And sometimes you miss the point. Sometimes you miss the point because the whole thing becomes so mechanical. It is not mechanical if you say thank you. It's a way of just even expression, your smile, your just a gesture can say that you are thankful to people for what they have done. But it is a norm which is created since long. They have dropped out so many things, like they have dropped out their tailcoats, everything. And I think too much thanking and too much feeling sorry should be dropped out. Either you go to the left or to the right. So the best thing now is, if somebody does something for you, all right, just a smile. Sometimes say thank you, all right. But not all the time teaching us, did you say thank you? Like one child told me, I don't want to go to their house. I said, why? Because I have to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you all the time. So children also somehow or other find it's very artificial. It becomes a lip service. And this lip service can go anywhere, and people start feeling very sorry for things like, I didn't send a Christmas card, so they feel sorry. Christmas card is not important. We must see why we have to send a Christmas card. Is to wish this person. Do you have that in your heart? Did you feel that from your heart? Once you start feeling from your heart, then you will never catch your left Vishuddhi. It's a very superficial way of avoiding the mistakes you have made. Now supposing I have not done something which I should have done. Sometimes it happens. And I feel it in my heart, just feel it. I should have done it. And if I have not done it, then it gets corrected. Not only that, but for a Sahaja Yogi, it works. So to feel it in your heart, otherwise whatever is superficial, you shouldn't worry. You shouldn't worry, you are all yogis. You must know you are all saints now. So you don't have to worry about small things. But one thing we have to ask ourselves, how do we get rid of our left Vishuddhi? And when you start asking this question, why have I got left Vishuddhi? It is the surplus of your ego, as I have told. So try to watch what you have done. Try to see what you have said. Why did you do it? And then face it. And next time don't do it. So you won't have the guilt. Because guilt is nothing but a stored up mistakes. And like going to a priest and saying, I'm sorry, I did this, I did that. And again doing the same thing. It amounts to the same. Because then you don't correct yourself. I think open the windows will be better. This one. I'll make it quite warm for you. Thank you. I am also English, I must say thank you. So this amounts to one thing, to understand what mistakes you have committed, what your ego wants to feel bad about it, and then do not store it up, face it up and never do it again. Just be determined, I will not do it again, that's all. You have to just say, I will not do it again, whatever it is. Face up to it and say that I will not do it again. That's the best way you can manage your left Vishuddhi. There is nothing like we are English, we are Indian, we are this. We are all universal beings. And once you accept this, suddenly you jump into the state of collective consciousness, into the state of Virat. Once Virat opens out, left Vishuddhi is finished. If you are a part and parcel of the Virat, how can you make mistakes? How can you be guilty? Because it is the Virat who takes over. He is the one. Supposing now in your hand something goes wrong, you don't blame your hand for it. What you blame is the body. The body has the problem, and the body has to look after. The body takes over, it comes, repairs, looks after, circulates, whatever it is, pain, so whatever it is, the suggestion comes from the whole body. It's not that the only finger starts feeling guilty, it's the whole body. In the same way, once you jump into that state of Virat, into the state where you feel I am a part and parcel of the whole, Vishuddhi should drop out. Left Vishuddhi should completely drop out. It has no place. It has no place. How can you alone feel guilty when you are part and parcel of the whole? What's the logic? You cannot feel guilty. If you are part and parcel of the whole, then the whole takes over. And this is where you can cut down your left Vishuddhi very well.
Let us continue to feel the vibrations and be in that state of meditation. Today we will be listening to a rendition in Rag Bhairavi, and it describes the various aspects of Mother Kundalini, which takes the form of Vishnu Maya, one of the aspect of Kundalini called as Vishnu Maya on our left Vishuddhi. Different aspects has Sanskrit meanings. So I request you all to be in that state of meditation. Feel your attention, keep a watch on your attention while we listen to this rendition in Bhairavi, which is for the entire left side, and then a song for the qualities of left Vishuddhi. या देवी सर्वभूतेषु विष्णुमायेति शब्दिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। भवानी दयानी भवानी दयानी महावाक्यवाणी महावाक्यवाणी सूरनरमुनि जनमानि सकल बुध ज्ञानी भवानी दयानी भवानी दयानी महावाक्यवाणी सुरनरमुनि जनमानि सकल बुध ज्ञानी भवानी दयानी भवानी जननी जगमानी जग जननी जगमानी जग जननी जगमानी महिषासुरमर्दिनी जग जननी जगमानी त्वां विशुद्धिचक्रस्वामिनि नमामि हृदयमूला वां विशुद्धिचक्रस्वामिनि नमामि हृदयमूला श्रीकाली निष्कलङ्का श्रीकाली निष्कलङ्का महाकाली निर्मिता वां विशुद्धिचक्रस्वामिनि नमामि हृदयमूला बन्धुरक्षिता पवित्रया बन्धु आत्मा प्रबुध्यता बन्धुरक्षिता पावित्र्यया बन्धु आत्मा प्रबुध्यता भगिनी सामर्थ्यरूपा भगिनी सामर्थ्यरूपाप कृष्ण संजाता त्वां विशुद्धिचक्रस्वामिनि नमामि हृदयमूला वां विशुद्धिचक्रस्वामिनि नमामि हृदयमूला दामिनी तु विष्णुमाया विद्युतजनिता मङ्गला दामिनी तु विष्णुमाया विद्युतजनिता मङ्गला शीघ्रकारिणी स्वयं त्यागा शीघ्रकारिणी स्वयं त्यागा कृष्ण जन्मोद्घोषिका श्रीनिर्मला जन्मोद्घोषिका त्वां विशुद्धिचक्रस्वामिनि नमामि हृदयमूला वां विशुद्धिचक्रस्वामिनि नमामि हृदयमूला नम्रता प्रदायिनी कुलीशङ्गिशतनेत्रा नम्रता प्रदायिनी कुलीशङ्गिशतनेत्रा चिरकुमारी द्रौपदी चिरकुमारी द्रौपदी तु प्रतिदिन पूजनीया वां विशुद्धिचक्रस्वामिनि नमामि हृदयमूला वां विशुद्धिचक्रस्वामिनि नमामि हृदयमूला श्रीकाली निष्कलङ्का श्रीकाली निष्कलङ्का महाकाली निर्मिता वां विशुद्धिचक्रस्वामिनि नमामि हृदयमूला नमामि हृदयमूला नमामि हृदयमूला त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री विष्णुमाया साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः
Prateek, thank you so much. Such a deep, melodious song. Really expressing the power of our left Vishuddhi. So I just want to be quiet with you right now. We can keep our hands open and our hearts open and our sasrara open. Sit straight. Our head is over our heart and our heart over the hips. And let's take our shoulders up to our ears and just roll them back and then just let it drop. And take our right hand and place it on the left Vishuddhi, the corner of the neck and shoulder where that muscle is, and we can massage it a little bit. And we'll just stop there. And we'll just say to the Mother Kundalini, Mother, I'm not guilty for anything at all. Please just unburden me from any shame or guilt. Please make my Vishuddhi pure. I don't condemn myself. I just face myself with courage and compassion. Now we can lower our hand. You can shake it out, just shake your hands out. Just relax them again upright in your lap. Just drop the shoulders. Hold your head upward a little bit. just believe in our own goodness. And we'll take our left hand and we'll place it above the left ear. And just hold your head in your hand. On the right side of your head, where the ego crosses over. We can just say, Mother Kundalini, please reduce the ego. Please take the pressure off my left Vishuddhi. And once again, we can relax our hands back into our lap. Take a deep breath. And as we exhale, our attention goes right up above the head. And once again, we'll place the hand right on the top of the head. Give it a little pressure and just move it clockwise. You can say, Mother, please come into my head. Let me experience the cool vibrations of divine love. We can raise our hand up. And just feel that lovely, cool breeze. Just keep your attention there as you lower your hand down. You can keep your fingers together. Just cupping them slightly. And let's take a breath. And slowly open our eyes. Just feel that oneness. Like a drop becoming the ocean. And even with our eyes open, we're in a different state of mind where there's no thought, no judgment. So this is a good place to end the meditation, and we'll start raising our Kundalini with our desire that our attention will stay up there. And tie it again, 2 knots. And the central channel, we tie 3 for the integration of all 3 channels. And then we protect all our centers with a nice bandhan, 1 for each center. Go over and back 7 times. And then We keep our hands together at the end. Once again, bowing with full gratitude to the Mother Kundalini for giving us the realization and for bringing us all together. And now I'll turn it over to Kalawati.
Thank you so much, Kerry, for such a beautiful meditation. And thank you, Sylvia, as well. And thank you, Prateek. Beautiful. It is so silent within, so beautiful. The cool breeze flowing in both the hands is really very beautiful. Thank you to all of you. All right, so tomorrow we are going to talk more in details about the Vishuddhi chakra, and we are going to refer to the right aspect of it and to the central aspect of it. So do join us tomorrow as well. And as usual, we do have the resources available for you in our website. You can find here all the recorded sessions as well as the handouts and also the photograph of Shri Mataji in different sizes if you didn't download it yet. And of course, if you do not have a mentor yet, please fill up the mentor survey form and we will assign one to you. And if you speak Spanish and would like to be assisted in Spanish, please let us know in the chat box. We will assign you to a breakout room. Today, we are not going to have the feedback session, but those of you who would like to be in a breakout room with an experienced Sahaj Yogi, please do let us know about it. You can send a message to the chat box as usual. And we are just going to conclude the session here in the main room. We are going to play some beautiful meditative music, so all of us get the chance to simply go within and deepen our meditative experience and absorb the vibrations. So those of you who will join, in the breakout rooms, have a beautiful session over there. And those of you who want to stay with us and meditate and go deep within and absorb the vibrations, you're welcome to do so. Thank you for joining us today and see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.